It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the rookie burner, Jameson Williams. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Eagles and the Cards, and it's coming up next.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the second overall pick out of BYU, now in his second season. That's Zach Wilson. Now a man in his second season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And oh, right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs?
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come back on the field. You're not afraid sometimes dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Wilson trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. they go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. In motion left comes Williams. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. But a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, it's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Hurts has it left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing is Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nakobe Dean in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Williams, a man in motion right. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Hurts. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 28-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Dancing. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Connor up the middle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Anderson right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Wilson going to keep it on the option.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to at least get 1 score back. Extra point good by Prater. Down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's not able to go the distance. He's out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. What a return. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
It's Wilson on the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and goal. Wilson, throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. Darrell Williams from 6 yards away.
And the Cardinals are able to claw one back.
Prater for the extra point. And they'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. On the short field, and they make quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to it.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Quez Watkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. On first down, Wilson. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10 is counter. To the 43, second down. Second down and 8, but not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is taken around the 12. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They run behind center with Connor. Tackled by Avonte Maddox. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. To Connor on the check down. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, 47 yards. And the Cardinals are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point good by Clayton. And they get a little respite here for what's been the most dreadful first half of football. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Eagles. Jamison Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. McPherson on for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on second and long. Wilson, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Wilson.
It completes it once more to Anderson.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
They'll run for it with Connor. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Hurt sets up to throw it.
He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Still first down.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Ready.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Here we go.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Warriors 17. Dragon 60.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. 19 right.
They go play action with Hurts.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
18
On first down, Hurts.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins.
69 yards.
And the Eagles are pouring it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. The drive will start with Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
An option handoff given to Connor.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins, 77 yards. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So out now come the Cardinals.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here's Connor on the read option.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
To throw is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Eagles just continue to roll. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Ready, ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing is Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
I'll pick up a 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down and goal. Hurts. Caught on the slant. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they clicked on him.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts
with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Eagles are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be caught by Anderson. 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson with 2 touchdowns.
And the Cards get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. Playing drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively. I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Wilson. And he's got it complete to Anderson. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Wilson. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield touchdown.
Robbie Anderson. 27 yards. And the Cardinals are able to at least get one score back. Prater for the extra point as they have to score just a slight bit more respectable on the field. The touchdown now gives Prater up to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business. And
that's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
He's got Anderson on the slant.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the count.
Start the drive, has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. There's Wilson to throw.
Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did. Good man. Extra point good by Prater. To make the score just a slight bit more respectable here. The touchdown gives Prater to kick.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
In motion right is Watkins.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Yet another interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Trap 50, trap 50.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured or at least shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 2nd and goal, Hurts. Caught on a slant. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 10. Wilson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Prater for the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter. After the touchdown, now here's Prater to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen two teams combine.
He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. McPherson now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They go play action with Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Check smash. Panther 11. Panther 11. Warrior 17. Ready?
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do